The novel The Serpent and the Rope is written by Raja Rao in 1960. It is a philosophical novel, a metaphysical fiction. The title comes from a classic Vedantic metaphor. A rope mistaken for a serpent in darkness symbolizes ignorance. Once light appears, the illusion vanishes. The world appears real until true knowledge is attained. Serpent meaning illusion, Maya. Rope meaning ultimate reality, Brahman. The Serpent and the Rope is a spiritual autobiography narrated by Ramaswamy, an Indian Brahmin intellectual who moves between India and Europe. He is torn between Western rationalism and Eastern spirituality. The novel traces Ramaswamy's inner quest for truth, his failed marriage with a European woman, and his gradual realization that self-knowledge, Atma, is the only reality. Ramaswamy, born into a traditional South Indian Brahmin family, travels to France to study Western philosophy and culture. There he marries Madeleine, a French Catholic woman who is deeply interested in Indian philosophy. Despite their intellectual closeness, their marriage fails due to cultural differences. Madeleine's inability to fully embrace Hindu metaphysics. Ramaswamy is deeply influenced by Advaita Vedanta, which teaches that the self, Atma, and absolute reality, Brahman, are one. The material world is an illusion, Maya, for him. Madeleine, though fascinated by Indian thought, seeks emotional and physical fulfillment rather than spiritual transcendence. Their relationship becomes strained, leading to separation. Ramaswamy continues his spiritual journey through intellectual debates on Christianity, Buddhism, and Hinduism, travel across France, England, and India, and lost into memories of his childhood and mother. He is particularly influenced by Indian sages and saints who guide him towards spiritual awakening. Ramaswamy realizes that human relationships, love, and worldly success are transient, like mistaking a rope for a serpent. True reality lies only in self-realization. The novel ends with Ramaswamy turning towards detachment and spiritual clarity. The title, The Rope and the Serpent, comes from a classic Vedantic metaphor. A rope mistaken for a serpent in darkness symbolizes ignorance. Once the light appears, the illusion vanishes. Similarly, the world appears real until true knowledge is attained. Major themes in the novel includes illusion versus reality, East versus West, marriage and spiritual incompatibility, quest for self-realization, Advaita Vedanta, exile and identity. The Serpent and the Rope is the first major Indian philosophical novel in English by Raja Rao. Characters in the novel Serpent and the Rope: Ramaswamy Rama, protagonist and narrator of the novel, a South Indian Brahmin intellectual and a scholar of Indian philosophy. He is deeply spiritual and torn between Eastern metaphysics and Western rationalism. His inner conflict reflects the novel's central metaphor, serpent, illusion, and rope reality. He represents Raja philosophical quest for truth and self-realization. Madeleine is Rama's French wife, a Roman Catholic rooted in Western culture and rationalism. She is intelligent and sympathetic but unable to fully grasp Indian spiritual values. She symbolizes the West, emotional love and cultural limitation. Her marriage with Rama fails due to spiritual incompatibility. Savitri, an Indian woman spiritually inclined. She represents Indian tradition and dharmic values, a potential spiritual companion to Rama. She is the symbol of harmony between life, faith, and Indian culture. Father Obert, a Christian priest and Madeleine's spiritual guide, represents Christian theology and Western faith, engages in philosophical discussions with Rama. George, Madeleine's former love, represents emotional attachment and the past life of Madeleine. He highlights cultural and emotional distance between Rama and Madeleine. Pratap, Rama's Indian friend, represents Indian nationalist consciousness and intellectual companionship. Little Krishna is Rama's son, son of Rama and Madeleine, symbol of biological union but spiritual separation. His presence fails to bridge the cultural spiritual gap between parents.